Hi everyone, this is John Gabriel and welcome to this live video streaming conference. Those of you that have been working with us over the last year and really dedicated toward change, I thought just as a kind of a thank you, we'd spend some time together working on the science of visualization. And video is an ideal way to talk about visualization, so you can see how I'm sitting and we can practice things together. So that's what we're doing today. And this is brand new technology for us. We've never done this before, and we don't know exactly how it's going to go off, but hopefully you'll be able to see me, you'll be able to hear me. And what we're hoping to do is work with this technology so that it becomes much more interactive over time, and this could be a good vehicle for us to communicate. So this is the first time we're doing this, and I'm excited. So what we're going to be talking about is the science of visualization, how to visualize, and what are some of the good techniques for getting the best visualizations. And visualization to me is the most important ingredient, not only in weight loss, not only in health, but in your entire life. Because visualization to me is like the creative principle that drives your whole life. So if you're not creating your life, if you're not creating your body and your health and your life, then someone else is and something else is. So you're just subject to outside circumstances. To me, it's a little bit like if you're driving a car and you don't have your hands on the steering wheel, the car's going to go all over the road and it's going to smash into a tree, and then you go to the mechanic and try to get the car fixed, and then you walk out again and your hands are still not on the steering wheel and you're going to smash into a tree again. Visualization is putting your hands on the steering wheel. It's driving your life. Now there is a science behind visualization. It's not simply close your eyes and imagine. And the beauty of visualization is it's something that if you do it right, you get better and better. And your ability to create an ideal body, your ability to create an ideal life, to be really healthy and vibrant, to be enormously successful in business, your ability to create gets better and better and better over time. Every day that you do it, visualization is like a muscle. And the more you strengthen that muscle, the better it becomes. And for me now, years down the road now, when I visualize something, it's just amazing at how often what I'm visualizing happens. So much so that I don't visualize a specific thing anymore. I just visualize an ideal outcome. Like, for example, with my work, I don't visualize a specific book going to a specific place. I just visualize there's a light going all over the world and helping to transform people, however it's going to go. And we end up doing webinars and seminars, and we're doing a kid's book now. And so we've got so many different things happening. And I'm not worried about the specific thing, I'm just worried about the vision of it spreading all over the world. We're now in 60 countries, we're in 16 languages, and it is spreading all over the world exactly the way the visualization is happening, the vision that is happening. And that's simply, there's nothing mystical about it, and there's nothing mysterious about it. It's very scientific. It's just that I have developed that capacity in me better and better. So if I were a weight trainer, like a bodybuilder, and I had these big biceps and big muscles, and you came to me on day one and you don't have that, you're just skinny, and there's no muscle, and you look at me and you think, wow, that's amazing. Well, it's just because I worked out every day. You know, or if I was a martial arts master, let's say you came and you wanted to learn martial arts and I was this amazing black belt and you couldn't imagine how I do the things I do, well, I've been practicing every day. And if you practice every day, you're going to be a black belt in martial arts, or you're going to be a bodybuilder. It's a question of practicing every day. And with visualization, it's the exact same thing. I've been practicing every day, not because I need to be a great visualizer, simply because I love more than anything. I love visualizing. I love being in that state, which we're going to talk about in a second, called the smart mode state, which is a meditative state which feels unbelievable. I love to feel the creativity pulsing through my body. I love to feel the life force pulsing through my body. I love to get into this state where my mind is calm and relaxed, and where creativity and inspiration can flow into me. And that's when amazing ideas happen. And then when I make a vision, when I'm in that state, it happens. And it can happen for you too. You have to do this though. Simply, you have to practice it every day and you get better and better. And now, most of you listen to the evening visualization, you listen to morning visualizations, and you have me guiding you. But the next step for you is to be able to do it yourself. That's what you want to be able to do, because then it takes on a life of its own. And then you're free. You don't need me. You don't need anything or anybody. You're in control. You have your hands on the wheel. You are steering your life, and your life will never be the same. It will be the most important thing you will ever do in your life is develop the daily practice of visualization. You will see that. You will no longer be a victim to outside circumstances pushing you from one direction to another. And your body will get incredibly healthy, live, vital, and so many amazing things will happen. So that's visualization, and I'm sure all of you listening already know how important visualization is, but what you don't know is how to visualize yourself effectively. So let's talk about how to visualize effectively. So the first step in visualizing effectively is to make your brain as powerful as possible. When your brain is powerful, and to make your mind calm and focused. So when your mind is calm, and when your mind is focused, and when your brain is more powerful, that's when the visualization becomes effective. And that's when you can do incredible things in your visualization. Visualizing anything happening, and it can happen. You know, we hear all these stories from, like, The Secret, when people, when The Secret came out, and all these gurus came out and said, visualize your mansion, visualize having $1 million, visualize this, but it's so easy, visualize it. And people would do it and say it's not working. Visualization doesn't work. It's not true. Visualization really, really does work, but you have to develop your ability to visualize. And the way you develop your ability to visualize is to learn how to get your mind and your brain into a calm, focused, and more powerful state. And that's the state in my book that I talk about, that I call SMART mode. SMART is an acronym, S-M-A-R-T. SMART mode, super mental awareness re-education training. You're getting into a powerful reprogramming re-education mode. It's what consciousness researchers, people that study brainwaves, call the alpha and the theta brainwave states. So the first thing I want to talk about is brainwave states, what they are, and how to get into the ideal brainwave state. So our brain is always putting out waves, just like any other, just like electricity waves. Our brain is actually putting out electricity, and they're waves. Now, when you're in your normal waking state, when you're moving around, when you're thinking, when you're looking, when all these things are coming all over the place, there's a conversation here, there's a TV in the background, and there's blah, 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 and your senses are just getting stimulation everywhere. When that happens, it's a little bit like, if you look at water, you're taking your hand and you're splashing it real fast. And you look at the waves in the water, and they're just chaotic, and they're teeny, and they're going all over the place like this. And that's the way our minds normally are in our normal waking state. That's called the beta state of consciousness. It's when our brain waves are small and very fast and chaotic. They're taking in millions, hundreds of millions. They say we take in any second, we take in 100 million bits of information, and we're filtering through it all. So our brain's going blah, 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 and it's speeding all over the place, and we're having very teeny and chaotic type of brain waves, and they're aperiodicic. That is, that they don't follow a pattern like this. One wave's going like this, another wave's going like that. They're canceling each other out. And the net result is a very small type of output that we're putting in a very unfocused state. Now, these brain waves are actually generating electricity. And the amount of electricity that the brain wave is generating is a function of how big the amplitude of the brain wave is. So when the brain waves are small and chaotic, you're not putting out much energy. Your brain is not generating power. But if the brain waves got large, and they got synchronized, the larger the brainwave, the more power you're putting out. And it's an exponential thing. So if your brainwave is twice as big, the amount of power you're putting out is 4 times as much. So if you can make your amplitude 10 times bigger, that is the size of the brainwave, if you can make it 10 times bigger, your brain is actually 100 times more powerful. Now, when you're in the alpha and the theta brainwave states, now the alpha state is as you're going to sleep at night, you're starting to calm down, but you're still really awake. And the theta state is when you're in the dream state. Those brainwave states have a much higher amplitude, much slower brainwaves. So the beta state, your brain's moving at between 16 to 30 cycles per second. So it's going like this, 16 to 30 cycles per second. The alpha state, you're about 16 to 7 cycles per second with a very large brainwave. The theta state, you're in 7 to 4 brainwave state, and your amplitude's so much more powerful. You're 100 times more powerful. So you have to learn how to get into that state. And what you'll notice when we do visualization right now, what you may notice is when I close my eyes, you'll see my eyes start to flicker. That's called REM, rapid eye movement. That's an indication that you're in the deep alpha and the beginning theta states. When you're asleep and you're dreaming, you're having REM. So what we're doing is we're accessing the dream state while we're awake so we can consciously create the dreams that we want. That's exactly what we're doing. Now, normally, I don't do visualization on camera for the very specific reason that when I close my eyes, I instantly go into that state. It takes most people a half an hour or so, or 20 minutes or a half an hour to get into that deep state. I go into it instantly, and you see this flickering in my eye. It looks weird, quite frankly. If you don't know what it is, you might say, ooh, that's, what's wrong with him? That's really weird. And I don't know if you'll see it on the camera, but it happens very quickly. So if you see my eyes start to flicker, that's the rapid eye movement. But that's from getting into this smart mode state. So, how do you get into this smart mode state? That's the first question, because before we do any visualization, the first thing we're going to do is get into a smart mode state. That's the other reason why this type of visualization is so much more powerful. Now, most of the gurus of visualization, they don't teach you about getting into a more powerful state. They say make a vision board, close your eyes, see the mansion. And people get varied success, but it's because they're not learning how to get into the powerful state. So we're going to learn first how to get into smart mode. So there's lots of different ways to get into smart mode. For example, you might be in the alpha state when you're at, let's say you were at the Olympics and you're watching the most amazing gymnastic routine you've ever seen. It's breathtaking, literally, and you're just mesmerized. You're like this, waiting for the next thing to happen. That is the alpha state. When you're awake, when your senses are open, but you're calm. You're in that state after you make love. When you're just calm and relaxed and open. When you get a great massage, you're just calm and relaxed and open. And the reason why after you make love or you have a great massage, you're in the alpha state is because your energy channels are flowing. And so in order to understand how to get into the smart mode state, the alpha and the theta state, and in order to understand why it works, you need to understand a little bit about the way our energy travels and the way our energy flows. So I've been studying energy for a long time, and what they find is if you look at Eastern medicine like acupuncture, qigong, and if you look at Ayurvedic medicine in India, all Eastern medical practices are all founded on this notion that our bodies are electric. Not just physical, but they're run off of an invisible electricity that no one is able to detect. The same way that hundreds of years ago we weren't able to detect radio waves or even electricity at all, there's still types of bands of electricity, types of invisible energy that we're not able to detect. And our bodies, according to Eastern medicine, have an invisible energy that we're not able to detect with any type of tools. And that invisible energy travels through our body, through life force or through channels, through energy channels. The same way that your circulatory system flows through your different veins and arteries. You've got big arteries, you've got veins, you've got teeny capillaries. All through your body, you've got blood flowing. Well, all through your body, you've got energy flowing. And according to Eastern medicine, energy flows with mind. When you're thinking about directing energy to a part of your body, you are directing the mind. And to me, the ability to direct life force energy with your mind is the essence of the mind-body connection. If you can direct your life force, you are using your mind to heal and improve your body. For example, if you had a problem in your liver or your kidneys and you directed energy to it and that problem went away, you're using your mind to direct life force energy and heal your body. What happens with us, though, in our modern day world is our energy channels get blocked, and so life force is not able to travel to these different parts of our body. And that causes our brain to become very chaotic and very nervous. We're nervous when our energy channels aren't flowing. The same way that if you look at your mind before you've had a great massage and after, your mind is totally different. In the beginning, you're frantic, you're chaotic, you're looking all over the place. Afterwards, you're calm. Why are you calm? Your energy channels are flowing. The massage therapist is taking his hand and he's doing different things to open your energy channels. And as your energy channels are flowing, you become more calm. You can do that with your mind. You can use your mind to open energy channels by imagining different parts of your body. So the first type of exercise I want to do, and if you've done visualizations with me before, you'll be familiar with this. The first type of exercise I want to do is just learning how to move energy in your body for healing purposes and for calmness. So if you remember in the visualizations I do, except for the evening visualization, but all the other visualizations, if you remember, I always imagine a ball of light in your navel. I do that for a very specific reason. The first is it gets energy flowing. According to Eastern medicine, when your navel is open, there's a lot, it's like all the different channels go through the navel. So if the navel's here, you've got this channel, that channel, this channel, that channel. It gets blocked. They all get blocked because all the channels are going through. When you start to circulate light, what you're doing, when you're imagining light, you're imagining life force. And your mind can direct that life force. So when you imagine light in your navel, all these different channels start to open up. So the navel is the best place to focus your energy because it's moving all of your energy channels. So the first thing we always do is imagine a ball of light in your navel and it's circulating around. So if you want to start with me, let's just do this. Ideally, when you visualize, you want to be sitting up straight and you want your feet on the ground. And this is really, really important. The reason you want your feet on the ground is because you want to create an energetic connection with the ground. You want to be grounded so that all the excess energy that you're bringing in, because you're bringing in this visualizations that we're going to be doing, you're going to be bringing in higher energies. Those higher energies have to be able to flow through you. If they can't flow through you, it's actually dangerous. If your energy but your body won't let those energy channels come in anyway, so you don't have to worry. But your body will let those higher energies to come in if you have a connection with the earth, because then it can run through. You're grounded. The same way that if you were walking in a lightning storm and you got struck by lightning, and you hear this all the time, people get struck by lightning and they live. Why do they live? While as other people get struck by lightning and they get blown to shreds. So why do people get struck by lightning and they live? The reason they live is because they're grounded. The lightning goes off their zipper, it goes off their shoe, and it goes into the earth. It passes through them. If your channels are open, energy passes through you. There's no amount of energy that can hurt you. It'll pass right through you. It's only when your energy channels are blocked that there's a problem. But again, your body won't let the higher energies in if you're blocked. So the first thing we're doing by imagining energy in our navel is we're unblocking all of these different channels. Once we unblock all of those different channels, then we can bring higher energies in if we're grounded. So we want to keep our feet on the ground and imagine energy going in and out of our feet so we have a circuit, we have a grounding. We're then going to bring higher energies in and ground them. And when that happens, we're going to have energy flowing from up here, we're going to have energy flowing from the earth, we're going to have energy flowing in our arms, in all through our bloodstream. Life force energy is flowing. And when you do that, you are in the alpha or the theta state, and you are in a very powerful and receptive place to start doing visualization. So that's what we're doing, and we'll start right now. So if you're sitting up straight, and you have your feet on the ground, and you want your back as straight as possible. You even want to have your neck straight. So I'm just going to turn sideways. And Aaron, you tell me if there's a problem in the viewing. So if you look at my neck, I'm not like this, I'm like this. My neck is straight, and my back is straight. Okay, I'm turning around. It's almost as if you've got a broomstick up your spine. Now, why do we do that? The reason we do that is because the major superhighway of energy in your body goes up your spine. That's like the 8-lane highway on a freeway. That's the largest channel we have. When that channel's open, then all the other little laneways and streetways and alleyways that are similar to veins and capillaries, they can all open up. But you gotta first open up that super highway of energy going up your spine. And the way to do it is not to be slumped over, but to be straight. So you're sitting straight like this. The other thing you want to do is make sure that your tongue is touching the roof of your mouth lightly. You're making a connection with your tongue and the roof of your mouth just behind your teeth. So when I close my eyes, if you can do this, if you can breathe through your nose, you keep your tongue touching the roof of your mouth. Why do you do that? The reason you do that is, again, you're creating a circuit of energy. So that energy is going to rush up your spine. It's going to go into your head. It's going to go into your tongue. You might even feel a trickle as that energy goes into your tongue and then back down. And then what you're doing is you're creating a circuit up and down your spine. And we're going to do this. We're going to create a circuit up and down our spine, and that's going to unblock our energy channels. So let's do those two things right now. The first thing is, let's practice the ball of energy. So you're sitting up straight, your tongue is touching the roof of your mouth, and your eyes are closed. And you just and so if you're ready to do it with me, just listen to what I say. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out and relax. So now I'd like you to imagine a ball of light in your navel. Just imagine like a whirlpool or a galaxy getting brighter and brighter and brighter, just spinning around your navel. As it's spinning around your navel, I'd like you to imagine that it's pulling energy up from the earth. So you've got your feet touching the ground, and that energy is getting into your feet, it's getting into your knees, it's getting into your thighs, and it's being sucked into this vortex of energy. Now, let's just stop for a second. So open your eyes, and let's stop for a second. I don't want you to worry about whether or not you can see or feel the ball of light. I don't want you to worry about whether or not you can imagine the energy coming up from the ground. These are the types of things that come with time. You get better and better. You actually start to feel a current in your feet. As a matter of fact, for me these days, if I don't have my feet touching the ground when I meditate, they start to burn like hot coals. And I've walked on hot coals. I went to the Anthony Robbins Unleash the Power Within. I went to Stuart Wild's Warrior's Wisdom. I've done 3 different times I've walked on hot coals, and it did not hurt as much as the way the bottoms of my feet feel right now when I try to meditate like this or visualize without my feet touching the ground. So it becomes a very tangible thing. Then when the feet touch the ground, I feel this sucking of energy up from the earth and this grounding sensation. So right now, don't worry about if your mind's wandering. Don't worry about if you can feel anything. Don't worry about if you can think it, if you're seeing anything. Don't worry about anything. This is just the practice. That can only come from daily practice and from not worrying about it. If you worry about it, you're going to try too hard. You're going to get burned out. You're going to lose interest. You're going to get discouraged. Don't try too hard. Let your mind wander. Don't worry about if you're feeling it. Okay? So let's go back to that visualization now. So I've got my eyes closed. I've got a ball of light in my ball of light in my navel, circulating around, almost like a galaxy or a whirlpool. It's circulating around. And the same way that a galaxy or a whirlpool pulls energy in, let's just imagine now that that energy is being pulled in So you've got bright white light in your navel, and you're pulling energy up from the earth. And you can feel it in your feet. And it travels up your legs into your knees. And it travels into your thighs. And it travels into your navel. And so now you've got this connection. You've got this ball of light in your navel, and you've got a connection with the ground. Your leg channels are open, and you're bringing earth energy in. And so now that you've got this connection with the ground, what we're going to do is we're going to bring in higher energies from the sky into your body. So as this ball of light is circulating around your navel, as it's pulling energy up from the earth into your navel, I'd like you to imagine that it creates sort of a magnetic feeling that wants to pull energy in from the top of your head. So I'd like you to imagine this small beam of light going into the top of your head and into your forehead. And now if you touch your tongue to the roof of your mouth, you might even feel it trickle a little bit. As that white light goes into your throat, into your heart, and into your navel. So let's just sit here for a minute. We've got white light in our navel. We've got energy coming up from the earth. We've got energy coming down from the sky. And we've got it all blending into your navel. And I don't know if you can feel it right now, but you may feel just a slightly little bit more relaxed. And that little bit more relaxed is you getting into the alpha state, where your brain waves are so much more powerful and your focus is more calm. Your concentration is better. So just feel that ball of light in your navel. Okay. So if you can, let's open our eyes for a second. I don't know if you could feel it, but you might feel a little bit more calm. Do you feel a little bit more calm? If the answer is great, yes. If the answer is no, don't worry. We're going to go a little bit further now. So there's two things you can do from here. The first thing you can do is imagine that ball of light going up and down your spine, clearing out that energy channel. I'm not going to do that right now, but you can do that in your own practice. You have a ball of light in your navel, it's pulling energy up from the earth, it's pulling energy down from the sky. You imagine it going into your pelvis, you imagine it going into your spine, going up your spine, into your head, into your eyes, touching your tongue to the roof of your mouth, having it come down to your navel again. You can do that on your own time. I want to do something different with you because the thing that I want to do different is very effective for visualization. And so what I want to try is, as we're sitting there with this ball of light in our navel, I'd like you to imagine that you're in an infinite ocean of white light. And we'll talk about why this is so cool and for visualization later. And again, those of you that have been practicing with me, you know this is a technique I use. you imagine yourself in an infinite ocean of bright white light. And as you're in this infinite ocean of bright white light, you just imagine all the pores of your skin opening up. And all this light come rushing into your body. If you do that, you're directing light through all your channels of your body, and you get into a very calm state. So if you're willing, let's practice this right now. We're going to go back to the ball of light in our navel. We're going to do it a little quicker now. We're going to have it, and by the way, once you get good at this whole process I'm describing happens in 30 seconds to a minute, and you're in the state. But right now, we'll go a little bit slower, but we're going to go quicker than we did before. We're going to create a ball of light in our navel. We're going to bring energy up from the earth. We're going to bring energy down from the sky. Then we're going to have energy come from all over the place. So if you're ready, let me see what time it is. Let's try that. We're going to do that for just 2 minutes. Do a 2-minute visualization with me. And notice where you are now versus where you're about to be in a second. Okay? Or in 2 minutes. So stay with me. Close your eyes. Sit up straight. Have your feet touching the ground. Have your tongue touching the roof of your mouth. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out and relax. Just imagine a ball of light in your navel. A ball of beautiful, bright, white, healing light. And it's just turning around, and it's getting brighter and brighter and brighter. Like a whirlpool or a vortex. And as this ball of light is spinning around your navel, I'd like you to also imagine that it's pulling energy up from the earth. It's acting like a vortex that's sucking energy. And so it's sucking energy up from the earth. And you can feel energy entering your feet, energy entering your calves and your knees, and everywhere this energy touches you, it calms you, it soothes you. It's so relaxing. It's nurturing. It's revitalizing. It's like it's Mother Earth loving you in every part of your body. So this energy is traveling into your thighs and into your pelvis and into this ball of light in your navel. So you've got this beautiful, bright ball of light in your navel. And it's pulling energy up from the earth. And I'd like you to also imagine that it's actually pulling energy down from the sky. So you can feel energy entering your head, bright white light, healing, bright, life force energy, bright white light going into your head, into your forehead, and then touching your tongue to the roof of your mouth. And feeling it enter your throat and your heart and your stomach. So you've got beautiful, bright, white light circulating around your stomach, pulling energy up from the earth, down from the sky and up from the earth. And just all mixing in your navel. And as it's mixing in your navel, it's getting brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter. And as you're in this state, I'd like you to imagine that that same bright white light that's in your navel is also all around you. You're in an infinite ocean of beautiful, bright, white, healing light. It's everywhere, as far as you can see. And as you're in this infinite ocean of beautiful, bright, white, healing light, I'd like you to imagine that all the pores of your skin open up. And all that beautiful energy comes rushing in from all directions. And it's filling your heart up with love. and with light. And it's filling your lungs up, and your stomach, and your liver, and your spleen, and your kidneys, all your organs, your head, your arms. It's rushing in from all direction. Your pelvis, your legs. From all direction, this beautiful, bright, white light is rushing through. It's filling your whole body with vitality. And now that you can imagine, as this white light's inside you, you can imagine every cell of your body glowing with this beautiful, bright, white, healing light. And you can imagine every cell of your body saying at the same time the words, calm, calm, calm. I am calm. I am relaxed. I am light. I am love. Every cell of your body just relaxing and being bathed in this beautiful, bright, white, healing light. Okay. So how do you feel now? Do you feel more calm? Because with practice, when you do that, you're getting into SMART mode and you're ready to start visualizing. And so the way to start visualizing now at this state, there's a couple of things you can do from here. Once you're in this state, this relaxed state where your energy channels are open and flowing and your cells are pulsating with life force vitality. Once you're in that state, then you can start visualizing. And so the first natural thing to do when you're in that state, when you're imagining every cell of your body glowing with bright white light, is to do what we call power words, to make power affirmations that are vibrating on a cellular level. They're changing you on a cellular level because you're now using, your mind's in a very powerful state and you're able to access the vibration of every cell of your body. And you instill in the cell of your body the vibration of whatever it is you want to change. So if you want to feel more safety, more love, more success, whatever it is, whatever idea it is, you just put it in then. So you imagine every cell of your body saying love, 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 I am love. Safe, 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 I am safe. Power, 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 I am powerful. Healthy, 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 I am healthy. All of those different things you can do while you're in that state. You do power words and you imagine every cell. So there's about 70 trillion cells. Just imagine it's a chorus line of every cell of your body saying at the same time the words love, 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 or whatever word idea you want to instill. Safety, happiness, connectedness, success. Whatever idea you want to instill, you can do when you're in that state. So now what you've done is you've got into SMART mode, your body's open and relaxed, your mind is calm and powerful, you've just infused every cell of your body with the idea of some thought you want to put in, some power word, and you've just instilled in it the essence of that power word. So success, happiness, safety, whatever it is. So you're feeling safe and relaxed, and you're feeling really good. Then you can start visualizing yourself being thinner. So the most obvious thing to do at that point, because you've got this ball of light in your navel circulating around like a whirlpool, the most obvious thing to do, and because you've got your whole body is like glowing like liquid energy, the most obvious thing to do then is just imagine the excess weight in your body being sucked into your navel like a whirlpool. So you imagine that every cell of your body is this liquid light, and you imagine the fat in your body, the excess fat is liquid light, and you're just sucking it into your navel. because you've already got this vortex in your navel. You've already got this whirlpool. It's sucking energy up from the earth. It's sucking energy down from the sky. Suck all the fat in. And by doing that, you're communicating to your body that you're safe, you don't need the weight, and this is your ideal body. You're talking to your body using language, using symbols. Symbols are the language that you use to communicate with your body. You're making a symbol of yourself in your ideal shape. So we can try that right now. I'll just take a second to remind you of the state you were just in, and let's just try that. So we'll do this for just 1 minute. We'll be in this state. So if you close your eyes, and just imagine a ball of light in your navel, and it's circulating around like a whirlpool. It's still there. It's pulling energy up from the earth, down from the sky. You've got this bright light energy, an ocean of energy around you. You're sucking it into the cells of your body. Your body's saying safe, protected, loved. You can just say that now. Safe, protected, loved. And then while you have that vortex of energy, just imagine every cell of your body being light, and just imagine the excess weight like a liquid light getting sucked into your navel. So any excess weight in your legs, in your thighs, in your chest, anywhere, getting sucked into your navel, never to be seen again. And you're sitting there in your most perfect, ideal shape. So as you're sitting there in your perfect, ideal shape, I'd like you to imagine that you get up and go for a walk on the beach. Feel the wind in your hair, feel the sun on your shoulders, feel how you're in your most perfect, ideal shape. Okay. So just open your eyes now if you can, and let's talk about where we're at. Number one, we got into smart mode through visualizing the ball of light and the ocean of light. We used power words. We imagined that all the excess weight was sucked into our navel, so we're sitting there in our most perfect, ideal shape. And then you imagine that you go for a walk in your most perfect, ideal shape. It's almost like you stand up and go walking, but you're still sitting. In your mind's eye, you stand up. The reason we do that is because once you're sitting there, imagining yourself in your most perfect, ideal shape, by imagining yourself standing up and walking, it kind of cements it in your mind. It dimensionalizes it. It gives it a different thing. You can see yourself in the future being thin, and it makes the whole process, it cements it. That's what I've found. So you have to take it to the next step where you're walking around in your most perfect, ideal shape. And when you're walking around in your most perfect, ideal shape, try to invoke all your senses. So see the sun, feel it on your shoulders, hear the wind, feel it in your hair, feel the ground on your feet, smell the air. What does it smell like? Does it smell salty, like salt water? Are you smelling the smells of a city or an office? What are you smelling? Use as many senses as you can, and that makes the visualization much more real to your mind. You're actually programming your mind to be thin and your body to be thin. Use as many senses as possible to do that. Then once you've done that, you can come back to your body and you can start visualizing and imagining anything else you want to happen in your life. Now you're in a really deep state. You've gotten yourself to the point where you've communicated to your body that you want to be thin, so you're turning off the fat programs with your mind. And now, because you're in such a deep state, there's an opportunity here to visualize other things. Success in business, financial success, relationship success, other health issues, success with them. Whatever it is you want, imagine your most ideal scenario now, and it's going to be effective. It's going to be like those gurus out there that tell you to visualize the mansion and you'll have it. Well, that doesn't work for so many people because they haven't gotten to this place. You're able to get to this place on your own and get better and better at it over time. Then you imagine it. And then it really does work. So let's talk about some strategies for when you're in that state and when you want to visualize and imagine your ideal life. what are some of the things that you can do? Well, I like to use that ocean of energy analogy to help me with many other things. So we already imagine we're in an ocean of energy. So let's take financial abundance, for example, because so many times financial worries cause stress. And that stress causes chemistry which activates your fat programs. Your body wants to hold on to weight. But if you could feel truly, truly supported, and indeed if you could use the power of your mind to become more successful and take care of your financial worries, you won't have that stress anymore. You'll lose weight and you'll be in a much better situation. So what I like to do is I like to imagine that ocean of energy all of a sudden being an ocean of abundance. And those of you that have listened to my abundance visualization, which I'm sure is many of you, you've done this before. So you imagine you're in an ocean of abundance. And you do this after you've done everything else. So you've imagined your ideal body, you imagine yourself walking around and being happy in your ideal body and feeling safe. You come back to your body and then you do the next visualization, which is your ideal life. So you can imagine an infinite ocean of financial success, prosperity, money, whatever. And just imagine the cells of your body opening up and all of it coming rushing into you. And feeling like even one drop of this abundance is more abundance than you'll need for the rest of your life. Just one drop and it's all rushing into you. It's infinite, it's everywhere. And then imagine your most ideal scenario. It's almost like that ocean is coming into you and then it's going out. And you can imagine it coming in and going out and creating the castle or the mansion or the business that you want or the clients that you want to get, whatever it is that you want to get. Now you're in the state where it's going to happen, it's going to be successful. So imagine that. Then another thing you can do if you want to be more successful or happy in relationships, imagine it being an infinite ocean of love and it's just loving you and nurturing you. So you can imagine that. If you want anything you want, if you want more health, you can imagine that infinite ocean to be healing life force vitality, coming into every cell of your body and healing the different parts of your body that you want to be healed. You can imagine that. So all these different things you can imagine. And then once you've done that, go back to imagining the ball of light in your navel, leave it there, and your visualization's done. And that whole process in the morning can take 5 to 7 minutes. So if you're ready, and if you're willing, maybe we'll just do a quick visualization that incorporates all of these different things and gives us like a place to go for the rest of the year, like a start of the new year visualization where we're going to be able to make the commitments we want to do, achieve the goals we want, the fitness goals, the health goals, the financial goals, the relationship goals, everything. And we can do that right now. And as you follow along, you'll be able to see all the things I'm doing. You're going to be able to understand exactly what I'm doing. First, I'm getting into smart mode. I'm opening up our energy channels. I'm getting us in calm, centered. I'm using power words to reprogram us on a cellular level. I'm using that vortex to suck all the excess fat. I'm cementing it by going for a walk in my ideal body. I'm coming back and I'm using that ocean of energy to create what it is I want to create using the power of my mind in the outside world. Okay. So that's what we're going to be doing. So if you're ready, we just be sitting up straight. Have your legs touching the ground. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out and relax. I'd like you to imagine that there's a ball of light in your navel. And it's just spinning around like a vortex or a whirlpool. And it's getting brighter and brighter and brighter. And as this energy is spinning around your navel, I'd like you to imagine that it's pulling energy up from the earth. So you can feel energy in your feet and in your calves and in your knees. You can feel energy in your pelvis, you can feel energy in your navel. And so you're sitting there and you're sitting there visualizing this beautiful ball of light in your navel, pulling energy up from the earth. And it creates kind of a magnetic attraction to the sky. And I'd like you to imagine that you're pulling energy down from the sky into this ball of light in your navel, into this vortex in your navel. So you breathe in, and energy comes into your head, and you can feel your head being filled with beautiful, bright, white, healing light. And that energy goes into your eyes, and into your nose, and into your mouth, and into your tongue. And you might feel a little trickle as that energy goes into your tongue and into your heart, filling your heart with light and love, and your lungs, and your stomach, and into this ball of light in your navel. So you've got energy so you've got this ball of light in your navel circulating around, pulling energy up from the earth, pulling energy down from the sky. And it feels really relaxing and powerful. And now, I'd like you to imagine that as you have this ball of light in your navel, you're in an ocean of beautiful, bright, white, healing light. As far as you can see, it's just beautiful, bright, white light. And as you're sitting in this infinite ocean of beautiful, bright, white light, I'd like you to imagine that all the pores of your skin open up, and all that light comes rushing into your body from all directions, filling your heart with light and life force energy, filling your lungs with life force energy, your stomach, your spleen, your kidneys, your liver, every part of your body filling up with life force energy. You can feel this beautiful, bright, white light in your legs and in your knees, your calves and your feet. You can feel it in your bones. Your very bones are glowing with this beautiful, bright, white light. So you're just sitting there with this ball of light in your navel, pulling energy up from the earth and down from the sky. And in an infinite ocean of energy. And every cell of your body is being bathed in this beautiful, bright, white light. And as every cell of your body is being bathed in this beautiful, bright, white, healing light, I'd like you to imagine that every cell of your body at the same time says the words, safe, 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 I am safe. Health, 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 I am healthy. Fit, 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 I am fit. Powerful, powerful, powerful. Every cell of your body, 70 trillion cells, saying at the same time the words powerful, powerful, powerful. Vitality, vitality, vitality. Every cell of your body bathed in vitality. And as you're sitting there in this ocean of energy, with this ball of light in your navel circulating around, and with every cell of your body glowing with life force vitality, I'd like you to imagine that any excess weight you have on your body becomes like a bright light, like a liquid energy, and it just gets sucked into this vortex, into this whirlpool, never to be seen again. So any excess weight from your calves or your thighs or your hips or your stomach, your chest, your face, your back, your arms, any excess weight in your body is like an energy that's getting sucked into this vortex, never to be seen again. It's been transformed. You've used the power of your mind to transform fat into light, life force energy that you can use for the rest of your life in an appropriate way. A higher vibrational energy. It's not fat, it's a life force. And it's sucked into your navel. So as you're sitting there in your most perfect ideal shape, after all the fat's been sucked into your navel, I'd like you to imagine that you get up and go for a walk. Maybe you go for a walk on the beach, and you can see that you're in your most perfect ideal shape. You can feel the sun on your shoulders. You can feel the water on your ankles. You can hear the birds, smell the sweet, salty air of the ocean. And you start to walk faster and faster. And then you start kicking up water and you start running and sprinting because you're so fit and you're so healthy. And it feels so amazing to be able to sprint again. And you're sprinting. And as you're sprinting, you can see your muscles and you're tight and you're tan. You're exactly the way you want to be. And you're using the power of your mind to transform your body. And then you jump into the water and you feel this amazing splash of energy and water, and you feel the water on your cool shoulders and it feels so amazing. And you jump up with joy and you just feel incredible. And then you come back to your body and you're sitting there and you can still feel the sun on your shoulder. You can still feel your skin tingly from jumping into the water. You can feel your skin tanned and tight and toned. And you're sitting there, totally invigorated, just feeling tremendous. And now I'd like you to imagine that you're back in your body, in your most ideal shape. And you imagine that ocean of energy outside of you, being an ocean of success and prosperity and health and light and love, nurturing, protection, anything and everything you want is this ocean of energy. And you open up the pores of your skin and it comes rushing into your body. And you feel your body being charged with success, prosperity, love, fitness, health, vitality, charging through your body. And as it charges through your body, I'd like you to just take a moment to visualize your ideal life in the next 6 months and the next year. See yourself getting fitter and fitter as days go on. See yourself being more successful in your life, more successful in business, more successful in your relationships, more successful in your career. You can see yourself in 6 months from now, and you're fit and healthy and happy. Your career is amazing. People are coming up to you and they're asking you all kinds of questions, and you're making so much more money than you ever thought you could ever make. And it's all effortless and easy, and your relationships are flowing. You're exactly the ideal person you want to be 6 months from now, 1 year from now. See it, feel it. It's the ideal you. It's looking right at you. It's touching you. You can just reach out and touch it. And imagine this ideal person, this ideal life, every possible conceivable way: success, fitness, health, vitality, effortless flow, passion, light, and love, all coming back to you and coming into your body. And that ideal person is now sitting in your body, charging every cell of your body with the essence of who you will be in 6 months or 1 year from now. Healthy, happy, fit, prosperous. And in your own time and space, when you're ready, you can open your eyes, knowing that you have just transformed your body and your mind. And you've transformed your body into a body that's fit, healthy, happy, successful, vital. And you've transformed your mind so that you will be successful in every aspect of your life. So in your own time and space, you can open your eyes. So that's it. We're supposed to stop now, but I'm just going to run over a little bit. I just want to check. Aaron, can we run over? Time? Okay. I'm pretty sure we can run over a couple of minutes, so I just want to recap everything that we're doing when we're visualizing. So the first thing is we're getting into smart mode. We're imagining a ball of light in our navel. It's coming up from the earth, coming down from the sky. We're imagining an ocean of energy, of vitality coming into every cell. We're using power words to create and instill in us the feeling of safety, success, happiness, whatever we want. Then we're imagining every cell of our body being like glowing with lights, then it being sucked in, then the excess fat being sucked into our navel, then going for a walk in our ideal shape, coming back, sitting in our body, and using that ocean of energy to imagine prosperity, health, fitness, everything flowing in, and then imagine our life in 6 months from now, every way we want to be successful, and then coming back and sitting in our body. That whole process can be done in 4 or 5 minutes every morning, and in 6 months from now, you will be so powerful at manifesting that fitness will be effortless. Success will be effortless. Every area of your life, you now have your hands on the steering wheel. You have a vehicle that you can use to be successful in every area of your life, now and always. So that's it. Thank you very much for coming to this webinar. I really appreciate your business. I appreciate working with you. I love speaking with you, talking to you in the different shows. And I look forward to helping you achieve all of your weight loss, fitness, and success goals in every aspect of your life.